SMKR old school Star Wars group build AT-AT build video 5. Holy crap. I have been busy today putting together the cannons. They fit together fairly well, and I'm just doing a bit of sanding to get rid of the parting lines here. Yeah, I need to sand this a little bit more here on this one here. But yeah, pretty neat. Now these little side cannons here. Got these done. I really carefully sand these, the parting line. Trying not to destroy don't want to break the cannons because that would not be good. Now, in the movie, I was just watching the movie actually, just the Hoth attack scene. These blasters will kind of like track the Snowspeeders, and they kind of go up when they're shooting at the Snowspeeders. So I think I'll do that. I think I might have them attached to like an up position perhaps, with the head turned a bit. Let me show you what I have in mind here. Went to Jumbo Encho today. I got this little base here, and I am going to use some varnish on this to make it look nice. And I've got this, oh my gosh, clumsy. I've got this white clay here, air dry clay by Fondo. Soft type clay. This is probably not enough. I'm pretty sure this is not enough, but I got some of that Mr. Hobby clay as well. I might just kind of use both of them. I got plenty of the Hobby clay to go together with the other stuff. Alright, so yeah, I'll just put them together. Maybe I'll put like the brown Hobby, Mr. Hobby stuff in the middle, and then put this stuff on top of it, maybe, I guess. Okay, so now here's the old one. The one I built like 10 years ago. Here's basically the general idea of what I want to go with. This is what I want to achieve. Alright, so I'm going to have this all in snow. What I'm going to do is get this, and make a bunch of footprints to, footprints in the snow. What I want to do is have this turret here. I want to try to make a trench going along here. This old speaker wire. Got this stuff here. I picked this off of that Sky Girls Vic Viper kit that I made like a long time ago. What I think I might do is paint these things black, and see, I got a little hole in here, so I might just kind of stick these in here and have those going along the trench. I don't think I will be able to get any rebel soldiers in the trench at all. It's just not going to happen, I don't think. So, I got this. This is 0.45 millimeter wire. I picked this up at Jumbo Encho as well. And it is very posable wire. So it might be a little too out of scale for this model. But really, it doesn't matter, I don't think. I don't care. This is going to be posable. I'll probably just wrap it around my leg. So what I want to do is have a, drill a hole into the leg here, and have a Snowspeeder wrapping around this guy here. And I got these little magnets here. Got this bag of magnets. And what I might do, or no, what I definitely will do, is have magnets in the feet so that I could actually detach it from the base. Today I went to Tokai, and I got this low heat glue gun. I got some glue cartridges here. This is definitely enough to last me a long time. When I get into lighting kits, I want to try to learn how to do that. That was one of my New Year's resolutions, but here it's November and I haven't started that yet. But I will definitely use this for lighting kits, you know, putting the wires together and such. So yeah, I picked this up at Tokai Craft Heart store today. So I will be using the glue gun to secure these magnets, and then I will have magnets under the feet here. I'm sorry, under the you know, under the snow texture. And I got this Tamiya Diorama texture paint snow effect. I can't remember if I've shown this yet or not, but this is what I'm going to be doing. So what I want to do is just have like a trench here, and I'll probably use, you know, after I apply that Tamiya texture stuff, I'll probably use some pastel chalks, and maybe have like some blaster points, just kind of like, you know, smear some black on there. So that is, that's the plan so far. And my friend Gary in the United States, he actually has extra Snowspeeder that came with his kit. Now the AMT kit does not come with the Snowspeeders for some stupid reason. It has the turret, but not the, you know, not the Snowspeeder. He's going to give me his extra one, and he is he's a professional sculptor, and he is totally just doing a fantastic job improving that Snowspeeder. It's a 1/100 scale Snowspeeder that goes in, you know, it's in proportion to this walker here. It's going to be so fantastic. I know it. It's just going to be so cool looking. So yeah, hopefully this is going to be stiff enough to be able to use my pin vise here. I got my pin vise set here. I will use a 0.5 and drill into the back of the Snowspeeder. And he is going to be putting the tow cable cannon, the rear gunner cannon on the Snowspeeder. He's actually going to be sculpting one of those for me. I really can't wait to see it. He's shown me some pictures, and so yeah. So here you go. You can see the pictures here. Okay, so in this first picture, you can see side-by-side comparisons. As you may know, the kit comes with two Snowspeeders, and my friend Gary, he has one on the right, which is the original, and the one on the left is what he's in the process of modifying. You can see that there's plenty of flash on like the barrels of the guns and everything, and it's fairly nice for its size, but he has detailed it much greatly. In the second picture here, you can see in the background is the original. You can still see like you know, there's the gate. He hasn't clipped off of it yet, and in the foreground is the one that he has modified. So you can see the detail around the windows are sharper, for example. And moving on, you can see them stacked on top of each other. Look at what he has done. He has made the thrusters completely round the way that they should be. On the one on the bottom is the original, and it's just kind of the round part is just kind of molded into the rest of the kit, right? So moving on, you can see, you know, this is what the original looks like. It's, you know, like I said, it's not so bad, especially considering it, you know, it's a much older kit. Now look here, you can see that he has rescribed all of the panel lines. Isn't that cool? So much crisper detail. Now moving on, you can see here are the bottom parts. Now he's modified the bottom here to make it look nicer. Look at the bottom of the laser cannons here. It's, you know, in the background you can see the original. The detail's really soft, and he has considerably sharpened them up quite a bit. Again, here's a side-by-side comparison. You can see it looks pretty darn nice. And here again you can see the thruster. The one on the left is, of course, the modified one. It's been resculpted. it's perfectly round. It's really cool looking. And moving on again, you can see the detail in the panel lines has been brought forward fairly considerably. Now, the problem is with the original kit, when you put the two halves of the ship together, the wings are really thick, and so what he's done is he's trimmed off the wings on the bottom side of the one he's modifying, because the top part of the wings are basically thick enough. So he just kind of chopped them off, and the bottom part is considerably thinner. And here's a side-by-side comparison of the bottom and top parts of the old and new. And in this picture here, you can see where they go together. So he is going to kind of recapture the look on the bottom of it. I guess he's in the process of puttying it up. He's gonna fill it in somehow and make it look pretty nice. And one last picture here, you can see the difference. It does look a lot slimmer. It's really fantastic the way this is turning out. You can see that the one on the right is the modified version, and it looks pretty darn cool. So again, I'm getting help with this model. I'm not here to win the contest. My friend, he just wants to help me out. Like I said, he's a master sculptor. He's a professional sculptor, and he really knows what he's doing, and it's just really fantastic. I cannot wait to see the finished results, especially when he's going to get the tow cable cannon on the back. The rear gunner has the cannon on the back window. It's going to look pretty cool when it's done. So what I'm going to do is have the Snowspeeder attached to this thing, and have it attached to this leg, and just have it kind of looping around. That would be pretty fantastic. Alright, so I am getting started with the leg assemblies, and these gates are just way too thick. I mean, these are just totally thick. Very thick gates. I mean, it's just really just almost primitive by comparison to, what the type of models I've been used to all along. I'll save these for later. So, might be able to get in close with the side cutters here. That looks much better there. And let's do the same for this thing here. Yeah, these side cutters are pretty darn nice. These are made by Tamiya, and they work really nice. Oh, nice. Very nice. It's almost, yeah, it's not going to require much sanding after using these. There. Yeah, that's about as close as I can get on that one. And these ones were actually okay. These gates were not so bad, really. This one needs a little bit of work. So, these can easily be glued together. Got like a little bit of a flashy edge going along this. Sorry, I really have bad allergies. I think I might actually be coming down with a cold with the change of seasons and all that. I love autumn, the best out of all seasons, but it's also the time to get sick too. Unfortunately. Let's just let's go ahead and glue these down. So I am actually getting excited, finally getting excited about the new Star Wars movie coming out. The more I kind of hear people talking about it, the buzz going on, I'm actually starting to get pretty excited. The bubblegum cards, I think, are so cool. They're a total flashback to the original movies. Now, was only a year old when the first Star Wars movie came out, so of course I don't remember that movie at all. My introduction was in Empire Strikes Back, and then later I was introduced to the first movie when it was re-released in the theaters, because we didn't have DVDs back then, or VCRs for that matter either. So yeah, it was re-released for the theaters, and so I finally got to see the first movie, because I had read the novelization. I know at least I had like that record that when you hear the R2D2 beep, and then you turn the page. There was that storybook that you read along with the record, with the voice actors and the sound effects and stuff. So then yeah, I finally saw the first movie. Anyhow, what I was saying is that those Topps bubblegum cards were just totally cool. My sister had the fairly, not too large, but she had a decent stack of the Empire Strikes Back cards, and she never gave them to me, I don't think, though. I don't know, I think maybe eventually she did. And I had the Return of the Jedi. I had a whole ton of those bubblegum cards. So these bubblegum cards for the new movie that are being released, they're a total retro throwback to the original bubblegum cards from 1977, and I think that is just a fantastic idea. That is really, really cool. So yeah, the more I learn about this upcoming movie, I think I'm getting pretty excited about going to see it. And I'm getting low on glue here. It's okay though, because I bought a new one. I need to use this one up first. So yeah, the speculations and such about the movie, it seems like it has a chance of being a pretty exciting movie. And despite my misgivings for J.J. Abrams, I know that he is a huge fan, and I know that he's smart enough to stay away from discussions on midi-chlorians and Gungans, and probably there will be no mention of clones. They really ruined the clones for me in those movies too. The prequels. I don't want to hear anything about clones. But yeah. Anyhow, I think there's enough creative people like Lawrence Kasdan, who is involved, that it's going to be pretty cool. I'm not gonna totally back that up. I wouldn't bet on it, but it does seem to be that it's looking to become a pretty cool movie. I really, really hope so. So, slowly but surely, my hopes are being raised that we might actually have a decent Star Wars movie. So, whether or not Han Solo is in the movie, to me, that's not important. The fact that he is cool, but to me, that's not a selling point. He could be like completely none of the original cast, and I'd be just fine with it, I think. Now, I don't want this to glue with a huge parting seam. I need to make sure that this glues together okay. Because even though there are locator joints, or locator pegs, it might have the ability to slide around a little bit, and it seems like that's what's happening. And in that case, since I've already put it together, this is where the extra thin cement comes in. I know some people have asked me what the difference is. The extra thin cement can get into the cracks here because it's extra thin. Wah, wah, wah. So I'm running out of this stuff too. There. I think I kind of got in there. And I just kind of pushed it together. Now that I got more glue in there, it helps to kind of fill in the seams here too. I'm going to be sanding this down anyways. So I'll go ahead and just kind of make it messy along the seam here. There. So I have replacement glues for both the extra thin and the regular. I got the lemon scented ones. That's the one thing I miss about the testers. Toxic stuff is that it kind of smelled citrusy. Alright, let's take a look at this one. This could stand some extra thin cement on here too. You need to make sure that these get glued together. Oops. My daughter's getting her teeth brushed. She's being a turd monkey. I'll be sure to tell her that too when she's done. There. Yeah, I think it needs it on the other side here too. There. Just get that all in there. I'm gonna be sanding this anyways. Okay. Just press this down and I'm set. Good. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, here you go. Toronto goes. Alright, check this out. I have 4 magnets. I have 4 feet. Now what I want to do is use my glue gun here. Apply a bunch of glue. And glue the crap out of these magnets here. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Get all the way around here. There. Okay. Now this is a low heat glue gun. It says it's safe for plastics. And since these are hidden, you know, I might as well be liberal with the glue. Alright? So I just need to make sure that the feet go over on top of these things. And it looks like there's going to be no problem with that whatsoever, because it is pretty spacious inside the feet. So I will proceed to do these all the way around, all 4 feet, and thereby secure these magnets into place. There. Alright, so I forgot to mention I was sanding the crap out of these seam lines. It took me about the better half of an episode of Briscoe County Jr. So they're looking pretty smooth and ready for priming. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this video. It's been going on quite long, but what I want to do is point out a few things, and basically I want to show that I am going to take this into a different direction. So I have been watching the Hoth battle on the DVD for, well, I don't know, I've watched it maybe like 5 or 6 times through. I've been going through, judging by size and such. So I think that I'm probably not ever going to get around to building this. So, especially because, I don't know, I mean, the the scale is basically, it's just all over the place, really. Nothing is really consistent at all with this, and I'm not so much of a huge scale. I'm not such a stickler for scale, but at the same time, like for example, the AT-ATs in this, the feet are just like they look like cans. I mean, they're not even detailed at all. It's just, I don't know. The AT-ATs are way too small. The X-wing is too small. The Snowspeeders are too small, especially in comparisons with the figures and such. Now, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to be using parts from that kit to build a better diorama. So, now this is, again, you saw this in the previous video. This is the turret that I kind of scratched up. This is the turret that comes with the Battle of Hoth action scene kit. Now, it's a snap kit. The detail is far better than what I could come up with on my own. So I am thinking what I'm going to do is cut the top off here and kind of move it back like I did with here. I don't know what I'll do with this eventually, but maybe I'm not going to use this. I think I'm going to be using this, and I might actually make this a larger diorama than this plaque here. I might get something bigger. I'm getting bigger ideas. Anyhow, this turret is really nice, and I want to use this. So, as you can see, they are basically essentially the same height, except that this one is thicker around than this other one. It's still, I don't know, I might kind of scratch up a little bit more detail on the surface of this thing, but this kit actually comes with like 3 different turrets. I have been doing some math. This is not a 1/100 scale kit. This is actually a 1/110 scale kit, and that is going by the official numbers from I think the Star Wars Wikia. Officially, these things are 22.5 meters tall. Okay. If you watch the movie, though, I would kind of disagree with that. It seems to be a bit bigger than that. So it is different than 1/100 scale. It's a little bit smaller. Now, the figures here, like here's some rebel soldiers here. I think the tallest standing guy is 13 millimeters, and if, for example, I am 180 centimeters tall, so I'm kind of average, I suppose. If that is the case, then these figures here are actually 1/138 scale. That's pretty close to 1/144 scale. Alright. This could possibly pass off as 1/144 scale. Now the F-Toys, and I think I showed this in the very first video, they claim that this is 1/144 scale, and that is not true.
It's not true. That's impossible.
I remember when I first found out about this thing and how it was supposed to be 1/144 scale, I thought there's no way it won't be able to fit in that same box as the other stuff. So this, I did the math. You know, I measured this height of this guy here, and it is actually a 188th scale. Well, it's not a model. I mean, I guess it is model, but you know, it's not a build it yourself type plastic model. Oh, I lost his leg. So yeah, it is not a 1/144. It is a 1/188 scale, and so that is the math that I have come up with on my own. So people say that the Snowspeeders, these are kind of 1/144 scale. these are about the same size as the ones that come with the AT-AT kit, the MPC AT-AT kit, and it's very, that's what my friend Gary is busy sculpting up for me. This is also essentially the same size as the F-Toys 1/144 scale Snowspeeders. Alright? So, what also is 1/144 scale is this. And I did the math, and this is spot on 1/144 scale. This is the AT-ST by F-Toys as well. And actually, you may have noticed in some of my videos that I have like a line of 4 of these suckers all lined up in a row on my spray booth. So I am going to donate one of these guys to this diorama. I am going to incorporate these little figures, and I'm going to make a trench, and I'm going to put these guys in there. So it's going to be pretty cool, hopefully. And again, I believe I showed this, I'm using this Tamiya Snow Effect Diorama texture paint. This is like white paint with little textured beads inside of it. And I just smeared some on this plastic spoon, and it's pretty darn cool. It's not totally dry yet, but it does look like scale snow. I mean, not like real snow as you would, touch it with your own hands, but scale-wise, it looks really nice. So that's where I'm going with this. I believe I'm going to paint the Snowspeeder Sky Gray XF19, and I've just freeze framed the footage from the movie, and that's where I've come up with that tone. I might use XF20 neutral gray, or I might use dark sea gray XF54 for the AT-AT itself, and maybe kind of lighten it up a little bit with some white. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, but I'm kind of leaning towards this, but we'll see. I haven't really started mixing anything up yet. So, check this out. This is actually Hallmark Christmas tree ornament. I've had this on my desk at work, and a lot of people have been pushing the button. It doesn't work. I even replaced the batteries, and it still doesn't work. So unfortunately, the electronics inside are dead. But this is really cool, and this is really highly accurate as well. Unfortunately, one of the blasters on the Snowspeeder kind of busted off, but this is pretty darn nice looking, and it also kind of fits that aircraft gray color. I don't know, I might go with aircraft gray or the Tamiya's XF20 neutral gray. I'm still thinking about it. Now, something to notice here is that this thing has hips, right? And this is the one that I had already built. So now this has like little pegs that go straight into here, okay? What I could do is, I'm thinking about maybe not like clipping off the peg and just having it down more and just kind of super glue it down in a position so that the AT-AT is kind of like on his back legs and kind of, not quite like this, but like this, and then have the head tilting down. That might look pretty cool, and then maybe having like a 1 foot kind of stepping forward or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, but because you can position at least the foot here. The legs here can be only posed only so far, but I don't know. It might look kind of cool. I saw one build review saying that the feet are too close together, and actually compared to the movie, it's not that different. They're really not that far apart in the movie either. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to probably paint this guy up here, and this is like the neutral gray color as well. So I'll probably paint this guy up instead of just leaving it as bare plastic. I might maybe clip out this this peg here and put a magnet in there, but I'm going to have to glue the legs into permanent position for it to become a part of the diorama. So I'm going to stop rambling, I guess, and just leave it as is. So this is kind of really exciting. I had this when I was a little kid. I believe I mentioned this before. And when I was a kid, I was like really disappointed because the kit wasn't pre-painted, and I thought that all the little figures and such would be painted, and just like it is in the box here, but that's not the case. And I remember I was just a little dumb kid. I was actually kind of offended at that. I'm like, well, what the hell? How am I? And there's no one who could ever possibly paint these things. And here I am, what, 35 or so years later, and maybe not that many years, I guess, but close to it. And I'm actually going to be tackling this, so it's pretty exciting. As I mentioned, I believe that Empire Strikes Back was my first Star Wars movie that I was old enough to see, and it was just blew me away because I was expecting the good guys to win, and they're defeated in like the very first battle of the movie, and I thought that was really cool. So anyhow, this kit also has the that radar dish type of that high energy beams that they kept aiming at the legs of the AT-ATs. I will incorporate those into this diorama as well. So what I need to do is finish constructing this thing. So anyhow, this has been going on way too long. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more neat crap. So may the force be with you. Goodbye.